I see. You're Nigerian.
Is there any problem about?
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be doing a movie review on Postcards, which is currently on Netflix. So Postcards is a 6-episode series which is directed by, I'll put her name on the screen so I don't murder her name, and it's currently on Netflix. Obviously, the story opens up with Auntie Bumi. Auntie Bumi is this man who is the life of the party. You know, she is going from one best spot to the next and the next, so she's always at every event, every party. She just gets have a good time. So with the way it opens up, saying, you know, Shola Shobowale, you know, with the gele and her outfit and just having a good time with her friends, the whole vibe, the energy was really nice to see this the series open up in a very, very entertaining note. But yeah, with that happening, you also get to see that this woman, although she's out there, she's outside, you know, people know her, she turns up and everything. Like, that aside, she's actually very lonely. Like, when she gets home, she doesn't get home to anybody, she's just by herself. The series focuses on the lives of, you know, 4 Nigerians who find themselves in India. How Nigerians living in India are struggling with, you know, identity, being accepted, and finding themselves. How they sort of discover themselves and how they are trying to create a life for themselves. Everybody has like individual struggles. If you've watched it, you understand what I'm saying. So that aside, I'll be talking about like the performances and cast of this movie. So for one, we have Auntie Bumi's character, who was played by Shola Shobowale. So honestly, I love anything she's in. So once I saw the trailer, once I saw like her face on it, I was like, I have to watch it. So yeah, so she is this mom, her husband is late, you know, she has a son, and her son sort of have like this distant relationship. So she keeps trying to reach out to him, she doesn't hear from him, and everything is just really sad. You get, she's always outside trying to have fun, just be around people, I guess, to not just deal with the idea of her loneliness. So you get, so you could even see the point of where she's buying ashwabi for 180k, empty her bank account just to buy ashwabi, and you know, everything happening, you know, and her not taking care of her health, and she now has to go over to India to seek treatment. So yeah, so her character, of course, did her thing, and we all know she's a phenomenal actress. The next character I'm talking about will be Dr. Siddharth. So he happens to be Auntie Bumi's doctor. He's an Indian who is married to a Nigerian. So once, you know, once they get talking and, you know, he tells that to Auntie Bumi, she just automatically, you know, brings up the whole "so I'm your mother-in-law" thing, and they just get talking, and she was very comfortable. He was also very comfortable in talking to her. In their whole interaction, you know, Auntie Bumi, being a typical Nigerian, you know, starts asking about, you know, your kids, how many kids do you have, and this and that. And you know, he just tells her like, oh, they don't have kids yet, and she was like, don't worry, God will give you kids in your time, this that, or in fact I can see you having twins and everything. So the personal aspect, Siddharth is married to Zainab, who was played by Rahama Sadao. So yeah, so they're a very cute, very sweet, very lovey-dovey couple. The chemistry between them is non-existent, but they're a cute couple. And when we first get to see Zainab, we see her, I think she was babysitting her husband's niece, and you can see how, you know, sweet and caring she was to Denise and everything. Like, it just makes you think, oh, she will make a really great mom, but she doesn't want to be a mom, which it will affect her relationship with her husband very greatly. And watch the movie so you see how that pans out. The next character I'll be talking about would be Yemi. So Yemi was played by Tobi Bakre. So Tobi Bakre, Tobi, I don't know why they like putting Tobi in the slums. They like taking Tobi from the ghetto, from, you know, the trenches. He's just always in the trenches. Then you start aiming high, aiming for success, aiming for this, trying to blow, trying to make money and everything. Every time Tobi is always in the trenches. Anyways, so his character is Auntie Bumi's son, who is not serious with school, and he has this passion for dance. You know, he wants to make it through dancing, and he has this group, this dance troupe with his friends, and he has a manager and everything. Long story short, you know, he was selected by, you know, a movie set or a movie director, whatever, in India, you know, to come over and dance on set for them. And that was how Yemi found himself in India trying to pursue his dancing dream. So now, I don't even understand this Yemi guy, but let's just leave that. So Yemi's friend and manager was played by Ibrahim Suleiman. I can't remember his name in the movie. Sha. He was a good friend to Yemi. He was also one that was trying to check Yemi. Like, was one that would always reach out to him and tell him to call his mom. Like he should call her, and everything. But he didn't end up calling her to the point where Auntie Bumi finally told the manager guy to reach out to Yemi that she's unable to reach him and she wants to let him know, she's in India, she's going in for surgery. I'm getting to talk to Yemi, and Yemi finally tries to reach his mom. He's unable to reach her, and I'm like, what was he thinking? Like, why did he not pick up her call just once, or just, at least send her a text message or whatever? Like, that's why the fact that, he's pursuing his dream and he's doing whatever it is he's doing, skipping schools and whatnot. Like, feel like the least he could have done was just respond, just answer her, just acknowledge her calls and reach out to her. So just imagine, God forbid, the surgery didn't go well. Like, how would he have dealt with himself? How would he have felt not, being able to talk to his mom, just ignoring her calls and everything. So that one shall day. Next character we'll talk about would be Olumide. Olumide was played by RMD, Richard Mofe-Damijo. So he is Auntie Bumi's brother and Yemi's uncle. So his character reminds me so much of Wole Ocho in Breath of Life, in the sense that he was very stuck up, he was very uptight, he was like a wall, like not you couldn't talk to him, he was just like existing, he wasn't living, he was more or less like a shadow of himself. And he had these really, really amazing staffs, this cook and this like a PA or to level for him. His own thing was he was still dealing from the heartbreak that he was served over 3 decades ago, where the lady he proposed marriage to, her family rejected him, like, because he's Nigerian, she's Indian, and they couldn't get married. So he was still stuck in that phase, he was still stuck in that time, and he didn't move from that. So he was still feeling dejected, and he was trying to prove like he could be better and do better. And I felt like that was why he stayed in India. So he didn't live life sort of passed him by. And his friend Kabir, which is a very, very amazing actor, I can't remember his name, but he's late now, may so rest in peace. Like, I really loved seeing the both of them, their friendship dynamic. It was really cool to see. How he would always tease him and how he would tell him what he needs to hear despite the fact he doesn't want to hear it. How he would always fight him and talk sense into him. And like, their friendship dynamic was cool to see. Next person I'll talk about would be Nancy Sime, who played Sioma. So Istima's character was like, it wasn't really a significant role, honestly. She was just Zainab's friend who flew to India cause of a work trip, and she used that as an opportunity to come see her friend who she hasn't seen in a while. That's that about like the main cast, honestly. Everybody else was more or less like supporting characters, from Yemi's dance crew team to this bully at the dance team, to the girl who he sort of got close to the manager, the director, and also the girl that was trying to worm her way into Dr. Siddharth's hands, but it didn't work out. I feel like for performances everybody did okay, considering the fact that it is a very simple storyline. The series sort of focuses on these four Nigerians who find themselves in India. So for one, in case of Auntie Bumi, who had to go to India for surgery, but I don't know why she was shocked when the doctor told her she was going to have surgery. Because I'm like, anybody that hears a doctor, or when you have like a medical condition and being referred to go to India, I feel like the first thing that pops into your head is, oh, I'm going for surgery, I'm going to have surgery, deal with this my medical condition. But no, she thought she was going to India for medicine. She thought she was going there to get drugs and not surgery. Hence the dramatic response when the doctors told her. But yeah, that one shall happen, but she did the surgery, it went well. Then on the other end, with Yemi and his dance dream, first when he first got to the crew. He was sort of in the background, in the shadows, but and he already had this bully that was just getting on his nerves. Was sort of just poking and poking and poking him till Toby couldn't take it anymore. He just went off on him and dealt with him. But his dance journey still, went on from there. His career is sharp progressing. On the other end, you get to see like Olumide, like he is sort of now trying to live. Like he was celebrating his 60th birthday, doing things he hadn't done before. And he's smiling to people and greeting people and acting like he's alive, not like he's a zombie. So yeah, so he has been able to, or he's trying to move past what happened to him several years ago, and seeing that his ex-girlfriend had moved, she had gotten married, had kids, and she's about to be a grandmother, and he just did not give himself a chance to love again and to live again, and like to do things that she would normally do. And lastly, with Zainab, about it with Zainab is when she and her husband first got married here, they agreed not to have kids, but I feel like change is constant, of course. The husband felt or started wishing and hoping to be a dad and to have kids with her, and it just did not sit well with her, and she ended up getting pregnant. She was about to make a very life-changing decision, but all in all they were able to move past it. They were able to meet in the middle. It was also nice to see like the blend of Nigerian culture and Indian culture with the music, our music that they inserted in here and there, and the dances, with even the part where they put like Ankara on their heads, trying to infuse a little bit of Nigerian culture here and there. And it was also nice hearing, Ramat speak a little bit of Hindu. Of course, the movie was set in Lagos and Mumbai, India. Themes in the movie, for one, we have theme of love, of family, and the movie is a family movie. Of course, it's a movie you can sit and watch with your family, with your friends. Not a serious movie. It's just a feel good family movie. There are certain scenes here and there that'll make you laugh. So but that's an issue of self-discovery. Like everybody at some point in their lives, everybody had like major points where they had to discover themselves, find out what they want for themselves, what they want to do with themselves. No matter how old or young you are, you still have to discover yourself for yourself. So this is something the movie will touch on, and also the issue of reality of not wanting kids, especially in like a marriage setting. The husband wants kids, the wife doesn't want kids, or the wife wants kids, the husband doesn't want kids, and how that whole thing would affect the dynamic of the relationship. Like in the case of Zainab and her husband, although they had spoken about it prior to getting married, where the husband was down for it, but years later he's now he wants kids, he wants kids. So yeah, it's a very dicey subject. The movie just touches on it and just shows that this thing actually happens. Like there are people out there that would make great moms, great dads, but they just don't want to be. The movie also touches on the issue of marrying outside your race, like in the case of Zainab and her husband. I feel like that was like another factor behind her not wanting to have kids, because like she mentioned, she didn't know how it would be, bringing up a child that is mixed, everything that comes with that for the child. So I think it was something that was also trying to avoid. And yeah, it's also like a very relatable issue, something that also happens every day. Like we have people getting married, Nigerians getting married to Indians, Koreans, and the rest. Like how these different family dynamics come into play, these two cultures sort of merge and everything. Like it's a lot to take in, and I also feel she was trying to navigate that the best way she could. Also something that people I believe are struggling with, that are in similar condition. And it also touches on the issue of this whole Japa syndrome. Okay, for example, the first thing where we got to see Toby's character Yemi, where he was rushing off to his dance rehearsals, where he met this little boy, and I was like, why didn't he go to school? And he was like, he doesn't need to go to school, that when he Japa now, he will make all this kind of talks. And like, just look at how young the guy, the small boy is, and he's still talking about, to Japa. Like when he Japa, he has hammer, he has made it. And even in the case of Toby, when Toby was like, can't wait for his dance career to blow, let him go out and everything. Like he just had this perception or this idea that once he leaves Nigeria to India, wherever it was, he was going to blow. Like, let me just jump a hammer. And on getting to India and just being scammed by, his agents, giving him the room, the cubicle, where he had to share room with only God knows how many guys. And yeah, and also the conversation he had with this his Indian roommate, where he was also telling him about, some of his friends that want to Japan and just go to the States and just in search of greener pastures. Like, it's like actually everywhere. Like, it's not a Nigerian thing, like people have this mindset to just Japa and hammer. Postcards, the series on Netflix. Have you seen it? What are your thoughts? Will you be seeing it? Tell me down in the comments section. All in all, is an okay watch. It's not fantastic. It's not mind blowing. See, if you are fans of the actors in this movie, then you definitely enjoy watching it. Because me, I'm biased. I watched it because of Shola Shobowale, and yeah. So if you're fans of her, Nancy, Rahama, RMD, Tobi, then you should watch it. And I'll rate the movie a 2/5. And what would you rate the movie if you've seen this movie? And yeah, so thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, leave a movie recommendation in the comments, and check out my other videos as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.